Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 6 first look video. We are going to be taking a look at the cross-country Voyager. Very excited for this, a train which we've wanted in the game for such a long time, either being Avanti or cross-country, but we have the cross-country version. So let's get in. It's quite noisy, as you can hear. It is a diesel train. Let's get the train set up, literally just loaded in here on the Riviera line. And we are going to be heading down to Paignton. So this is sort of going to be our first look of the Paignton branch. Quickly going to turn on the, what's it, that was the one, yeah, that one there, let's quickly pop that on. Master key in, we'll set the reverser to neutral, and then get the doors open. We'll get the safety systems on as well, these are just behind us here. So vigilance, you get your DSD, you get your TPWS, that to normal, that goes to normal as well. Ignore it, no, that's the second seat. GSMR, we'll get a little click of the button for that. I think that's doing it. Is that doing it? No, that's hang on, what's that doing? Deregistering it, I think. Oh, no, it is doing it. Okay, cool. But yeah, here it is, look at that. It is a beauty. Apparently they managed to get some real sounds for this, but others have sort of had to be mixed from other trains. I actually did have a little look at the preview stream of the Voyager, or the preview stream of the Riviera line, and they were saying some of the sort of sounds are from their own recordings, but about 11 years ago. And then some of them are sort of remixed from other trains which have the same engine. I think it was like the DBBR 612. Right, 30 seconds and we are out of here. But yeah, here it is. We're going to be calling at Newton, Abbot, Torquay and Paignton for this service. And the cross-country livery as well, which looks lush. Really, really nice to have cross-country in the game. Also, the first time we saw it was with the Class 170 pack for the Cross City. But I mean, this is what we all want, the Voyager. Right, let's get the doors shut. It's that flickery fence over there. And we are going to get the HUD off for this as well. Let's see how we get on. Right, that goes off. So Newton Abbot is the next stop in a few miles. You would have a guard buzzing you here, but I suppose there is no guard buzzing us. Thanks to Dovetail Games for giving us the key to show this off. Nice. In real life, apparently it's manual announcements for this train, so you can turn off the announcements for trains which in real life don't have automatic announcements. But we'll keep them on for now, they're cool. There we go. Nice. I'll turn the game audio up a little bit. There we go. As we head out. Lovely. And this is just the Voyager, not the Super Voyager. The Super Voyager is the Class 221, or the Class, well, yeah, the Class 221. That's the one which can or used to be able to tilt. But this is the bog standard Voyager. So it's 4 coaches. There's a cucumber. And this is part of the deluxe edition, or basically deluxe or special edition. And if you're watching this from the 30th of September, you should be able to buy it separately in the stores. Let's do a little running brake test actually before we power up. Let's make sure the brakes are in good working order. There you go. And actually, I'm going to quickly turn the HUD on because I want to show you the screen here. Apparently, there's quite a lot. Yeah, quite a lot you can do with this. Command, whole train, state. Yeah, it's a very there's lots of things you can do with this. It's quite in depth. I saw when Dovetail were doing it, they put up another thing. But yeah, you can play around with this screen, and there's lots of different things you can do. Cool, right, let's get that off. I think we've just been through Exeter St Thomas. Yep. So it's 75 miles per hour. We got a TSR coming up of a 40 mile per hour limit. So let's slow that down. So again, temporary speed restrictions, TSRs, they are new. That's something new with Train Sim World 6. Makes the journey a bit more different each time. Because one of the things with the old Train Sim World games are services, they always go well. You hardly ever, basically nothing ever goes wrong. It's plain sailing the whole way usually. So in Train Sim World 6, it's expect the unexpected. So you can get train faults, temporary speed restrictions, signal delays. There's lots of cool new things. So basically just change it up. We're at 40. This is Marsh Barton. Wait for the temporary restriction to start. Of course it had to be on the fast bit as well. The bit where we can go 100 miles an hour and we got to slow down at 40. Hopefully that'll be coming up. But how's the Voyager? It's great to have. Because the Train Sim Classic version of the Voyager is old. If it's the JT Advanced one, that's old and a bit dated. Although saying that, for Train Sim Classic, there actually is a new Voyager coming from Alan Thompson Sim. There's the 40. Again, would be cool to see track workers or something going on for the TSR to be there. Otherwise, it's sort of just randomly plonked down. Now, reason you could have a TSR limit is because of some sort of track defect. So if someone, train crew or passenger, has reported a rough ride, as they're called, they might put a TSR in place just whilst they sort of figure out what the issue is. Right, up to 100 now. Let's get a little shot. So again, it does sound similar to the DBBR 612, as it does have the same engines. And they've used some of the audio from it. But yeah, being on this train once, actually tell a lie, it's either this or the Super Voyager. Cannot remember, but with Avanti West Coast, when they ran them from Euston up to Llandudno Junction. So I've been on one of the Voyagers in real life, and my experience was actually a positive one. Apart from, I think the one time I went on, the seat reservation system was broken, which I think is quite common. It was decent. Amanda has very nicely made me a cup of tea, so there we go, we got a tea now. Let's aid us on our journey to Paignton. That horn's got a very airy sound to it. Like, ready? If I be quiet. Don't know how well you can hear it, but you can sort of hear the air go psst. Right, it won't be too long until we slow down. I can't remember if there's a warning board for it either. But it comes down to like 75, so it's quite a decrease in the limit. So we're now at 100. Which in the Voyager doesn't really feel that quick. So it doesn't really feel that quick though, does it? So that TSR might actually hinder our time a bit, considering it was 40 miles an hour in the 100 section. That's mean. Who placed it there? Yeah, so we'll start slowing down, so that's 75, won't be too far off now. You can see we're coming up to the estuary now. So let's pop that down. Oh, we've got a warning there for a 75, there's another Voyager. Oi. Right, down to 75. Again, we are a little bit late to Train Sim World 6 video-wise. I wanted to play it on the console. I've got something about that. I want to play on console. I've had Train Sim World 6 for about 6 days, on the PC. Now, yeah, I want to play console. As I know a lot of you watching are console based, so I would prefer to play on here than on PC, which not many people play. Not as many people play. What, 75 through here? It's quite fast actually. So it's along the seawall, it is quite quick. Like through Dawlish it's like 70 or 75. It's a rather sort of quick bit of track. So once you get past Newton Abbot and go up towards Plymouth, it gets a bit slow. You've got the new sort of sea water system. I don't know what to make of it really. It looks... I don't know if it looks good or weird. What do you think? I mean, it certainly looks more like the sea. It's not just like flat or still. There is sort of more ripples and waves to it. What do you think though? Does it look weird or cool? I don't know. I mean, it certainly makes an improvement over what it would have been had they just kept it with the old water system. Not sure if you can get low and high tide though. That would be quite cool to see if that was a thing, a low and high tide. In fact, that would be really good to see. To see the sea sort of going right out for low tide. This is Starcross. I don't know if we mentioned it in the previous video, but that big building there is part of the what was a Brunel pumping station from when this was an atmospheric railway, which sounds quite futuristic. But yeah, back when the line first opened, I think it was atmospheric. So basically air would sort of blow the train along, which is quite cool. And for the time, wow. I've got an 80 here, although I don't think that lasts for long though. I was going to stay at 70. Because I can already see the fairground at Dawlish Warren. From there it comes down I think to 70, so stay as we are. Defensive driving. Let's get a little shot of the train as well. Maybe when a bush isn't in the way. Actually, no, we'll get it back down by Dawlish. You know, we'll get one here. The sun's on it, on a good position here. It's great though, isn't it? It's great to have the Voyager. And the thing is with this train, it goes on so many other routes in the game, which just makes it so versatile, and you know, it'll be a layout on a lot of routes, which is great. Because I mean, who doesn't want to drive the Voyager? Who doesn't want to drive the Voyager? Comment below, and I'm sure lots of people will be like, oi, why not? Oh, there's the photo mode bug. There we go. Sort of freezes the game. So yeah, coming up on Dawlish Warren, so we might see a train in the, well, in the platform here, waiting for us to go through. Again, speed limit is 80, but it comes down to 70, not too far off, so I'm just keep it at 70. Instead of speeding up just to slow right back down. Then coming into Dawlish, it comes down to 60, which it then stays for a little bit. Yeah, this is Dawlish Warren. It doesn't look like there's any train in there. And then we get on to sort of the most iconic part of the route, being the Dawlish seawall. Honestly, it does feel slow going at this speed in the Voyager. I mean, in the 150, this would feel quick, but yeah, 70 there. There's a 150. Talk of the bugger. It goes up to 75, but then down to 60. So it feels quick round here. Feels like we're tilting, but we're not. We're not quite the Super Voyager. Also, along here it's bi-directional as well. On the right hand, on the upline's bi-directional. Because when there's storms and massive waves crashing over, you probably want the train on the track furthest from the sea. Right, let's pop the brakes on a bit. We'll also try and get a shot as well. Yes, here we are. This is sort of where we want to get a shot. Where you've still got a bit of the old sort of seawall. I mean, the track is very much like literally. There's videos online of people literally just hop in the wall here. It's so easy to do. Obviously, you shouldn't do that, but people do. Hence the reason why I suppose they're sort of probably upgrading it. Make it a bit safer. Look at that though. What a sight. Just gonna get a few shots. Just what a train though. That'll do. Right, down to 60. And you may be wondering how I sort of know this route already. Or relatively well already. We played a lot of this route on Train Sim Classic, Riviera in the 50s, and the, well, 2015 Riviera line. So we played a fair amount of this already on other games. So I've got somewhat an alright idea of the route already. Also 60, it does go up again, and at Teignmouth it comes down, I think, to 60. Lovely. Look at this though. Very pretty route. And yeah, as of this video going out, it should be going out on launch day, or sort of early access launch day. I'm sort of making this the UK day. Tomorrow maybe we'll look at Morristown line. Day after that we'll look at Leipzig Dresden. So again, sorry that we don't have all the videos out on one day as usual. But yeah, early access for console didn't really materialise. So quite time limited. Especially as I'm back at work now as well. So cool. And we're also skipping out Tor on this run as well. We're not stopping there. Tor station. Because the route is called the Riviera line, but the Riviera line is, I think, Paignton to Exeter. And the bit from Newton Abbot to Plymouth is the South Devon main line. It's sort of one of those routes which sort of has shared names. So we're doing the full sort of Riviera run on this one. There you go, 75 now. Look at that. Another nice couple of shots. It's just marvellous. It's not like a busy main. I mean, it's not like West Coast Main Line South or East Coast Main Line South, but it's a brilliant route. Like, it's not really busy and stuff, but scenery wise, wow. And again, we are coming from the PlayStation 5 Pro, so you won't see all of the trains until official launch day, which is on the 30th, unfortunately. Although if you're on PC, you get all of the old DLC straight away. PC Master Race. Right, we're not too far off Teignmouth. And I'd imagine you probably actually can walk along the seawall. Surely Rivet or Dovetail have added that where you can walk along the seawall. Someone try it. So basically between Dawlish and Teignmouth, just at 60. No point speeding up to 75 for not really any time. This is Teignmouth. Let's get a little shot. Now you won't hear any announcements saying stand behind the yellow line. I think that's something they're going to add in future, but not yet. Lovely. And it goes up to like 80 and then up to 90. Cool. And if you, this is a bit of a weird one, but if you enjoy this route, try a route called the 5 Circle line. The 5 Circle line is, I suppose, sort of like the Scottish Riviera line. So yeah, if you like this route, try the Riviera, the 5 Circle line route, which is sort of similar-ish scenery. The water looks really weird there. Yeah, similar. Yeah, very transparent. Similar-ish scenery, but in Scotland. Up to 80. I don't know if this is meant to look like this, but it almost looks like. It's just weird, the water here. But yeah, it's like transparent, so you can see that all of the pillars underneath the water. You can see the sand below. Like, it almost seems a bit too clean. Yeah, it's like really transparent. Well, that's what it is. It's very transparent. Whether that's intentional or not, but it seems a bit clean. This is England, not the Caribbean. Up to 90, it comes down to 60 next. Frame rate wise, 60 FPS, sort of what you'd expect for a route like this, which ain't really busy. With, I suppose, so this route probably will run really well on last gen. So if you're playing PS4 or Xbox One, it probably will run really well, this route. Probably the best out of the free routes. As again, Teignmouth 6 has this route, Riviera line, South Devon main line, Leipzig Dresden, and the Morristown line. New Jersey Transit. Takes a while to pick up speed though in this one. Unless we've got a train full, which maybe. I'm about 76 at the moment. It won't be too long until it slows down again. So I'm not sure we get a warning board for it actually. Let's be on the safe side and sort of start slowing down now. Yeah, we're coming down to 60. So we shan't. We're not too far from Newton Abbot now. Oh, you do get a warning for it. Good. For the 60. I don't know if you can hear the audio crackling there. But I think that is coming from the game. Right, let's get a shot of this. It's like a weird little line there with the water. What's going on there? Lots of foliage on this route though. A lot. Like it. Nice. Got 60 and we've got a double yellow as well. So is that maybe approach control coming into Newton Abbot? Potentially. I'd imagine we'll be coming into the loop platform as we're going down the Paignton branch. So that could be potentially why. Yeah, it probably is approach control, but we shouldn't assume that. What this is basically, it slows you right down to the red, and then it'll pull off and for the junction, basically just to slow you down in time, so you're not whizzing past the single yellow, or basically whizzing around the junction at double the speed you should be. But again, we shouldn't assume it's just going to approach control and change as we come up to it. There could be another train ahead of us. train and the platform. Yeah, there you go. Again, on this train you wouldn't actually hear the announcements as they're done by the train manager. But they still sound cool. Right, coming into Newton Abbot, which looks quite a lot less than the Riviera in the 50s version, which is probably what I've seen this station mostly in, being on Train Sim Classic. Right, so we're 4 coaches. So that took us 26 minutes. Well, probably 23 minutes by the time we got moving. Two to 3 car stop. Where's our marker? There it is. Oh, that is bad positioning of that stop marker. That stop marker is right on the AWS magnet. That one's like half in the building. Here we are. This is
Newton Abbot. This is a cross-country service to Paignton for the next Paignton, stopping at Torquay and Paignton.
that stop marker looks a bit off. 4 to something. Yeah, this one's not placed in a good spot. That's like right on the AWS magnet, which if you stop on that, you're buggered. Oh, that's why it took bloody ages. Look, we got a random fault. One of the diesel engine has stalled. It will need restarting. We can do that. Right, let's do that quickly. I'll set that to, not that, max. Let's see, where are the engine controls on this one? This will obviously delay us a little bit. Stop. This will make us late. Fault's been fixed. Right, that's back on. Let's get the doors shut. We've got the road. 13 miles. Wow, that's quite a way to Torquay. I don't think it was that far. Oh no, 5 and a bit miles. Right, let's get going. Let's go full beans. Or not. Hang on. Why are we not going? What's going on? Are we being silly? Why are we not moving? Oh, the brakes are still on apparently. Are they? Why are the brakes still on? Hang on. What's going on? Okay, that's not any good. I did see one of the other ambassadors had an issue where they basically couldn't get going again. Hopefully we haven't got that. Let's set that to off. Well, the brakes are still on, so that's not any good. That's not set, is it? No, let's make sure the doors are full. The doors should be locked. Ah, that's where we got a... why are they on? That's bizarre. Okay, let's... yeah, we got that on. Okay, this is... I don't think this is meant to happen. That's fine. Do that. Yeah, it's still not coming off and the doors are fully locked. Let's isolate the system and then redo it. That might work. But I've seen someone else have a similar issue, so... Hopefully we're not stuck. That wouldn't be very good. Right, that looks better now. Right, let's try now. Or maybe not. The engines are fully on again. Well, this is peculiar. Do bear with me, everybody, whilst I quickly investigate further. Right, there you go, back again. I've sort of got it working. Basically, it seems to be completely buggered. Completely. I've had a look at the Discord servers, and there are some discussions on that. Potentially, if you put it to emergency brakes, which we accidentally did flick it to emergency brake, basically, once we had stopped, we put it into emergency by accident. It just doesn't seem to reset. So until we find out a way to do that, which you'd think, basically, well, I think it's probably a bug, potentially, probably. So I just sort of loaded out and loaded back into the same service, but at Newton Abbot. So we're due out shortly. Again, we're going to be calling at Torquay and Paignton. It's a bit of a shame, as it's not sort of fluid all the way through. But yeah, there seems to be some sort of issue with that. But hey ho. Again, this is day one, so all the usual tricks in the book just didn't release the brakes. So, right, let's get the doors shut. Unless there's something on there you'd press, but I can't imagine so. So yeah, be careful if you're in the Voyager. It might do things that you don't want it to do. Right, let's get going. Do that. Let's go. So 40 miles an hour out of here.
The next station is
Torquay.
This is a cross-country service to Paignton.
Nice. Oh yeah, we want to go full whack, weren't we? So up to 40 miles an hour. Nice. It does sound really good. I mean, I don't know these trains really well in real life, but I do know them an alright amount. I do go to Southampton Central quite a lot, where my work takes me. So we are sat on the platform for around 20 minutes and you get a couple of Voyagers coming in. So I know these trains okay. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Again, considering they couldn't get a recording trip and have had to use old sounds. Yeah, it's alright. So we're running fast food tour on this section. And actually there used to be another station on this section as well. I can't remember what it was called. Well, same with between Exeter St Thomas and Starcross. Excluding Marsh Barton, there used to be another station along there in the 1950s. And the same with this line here. There used to be a station between Newton Abbot and Tor. I can't remember what it was called. I don't want to see the remains of it. 60 miles an hour. Cool. Speed that up. But yeah, as we check out the Paignton branch, which we haven't been down yet. Cool. So a bit of a flash there as we went into the tunnel. Cool. So I think it is 60 most of the way to Tor, and it comes down to about 4 to 30, I think, through Tor station. So keep an eye out. And then Torquay and Paignton are all quite close together. So sort of this gap between Newton Abbot and Tor. But this is sort of the rest of the Riviera line. As again, technically from Newton Abbot to Plymouth, that's the South Devon main line. Because that doesn't follow the Riviera. So it doesn't follow the coastline. Whereas this does. Now, I don't actually know if there's any warning boards either for coming into Tor. So we're sort of winging it along here. We should be alright. We'll be fine. But this line doesn't actually end at Paignton in real life. In real life you get the steam railway, which then goes down to Kingswear. Or Dartmouth. Kingswear for Dartmouth. But in the game we can only go as far as Paignton. Well, Goodrington Sidings actually. So just outside of Paignton. Yeah, can you hear that audio there? It's coming from the game. Yeah, never heard that before. Cool. But if you made it this far in the video, thanks all for staying in. You are legends. And yeah, hopefully you are enjoying the Train Sim 6 content. Again, we're slightly late to it. But again, yeah, console early access didn't really come about. So yeah, and I wanted to do it on the console. As I can play on the PC in 4K with the graphics bumped up, but it still doesn't feel as good as console. That's what I'm used to. Yeah, this is Tor coming out. Got warning for a 30. Handy that you got the warning board. They're always good to have. There we go. Going out to 30. So we're not stopping here at Tor. Quite handy having the little screen there just to remind us that you're not stopping at this place. Torquay's next. I'd still love though if they did that on the game. If they had, say for people who play HUDless like myself, the timetable here could sort of be almost exported onto like a sheet of paper, which could be in front of you. That'd be a nice little thing to add. Just saying, if you're playing HUDless, you can sort of go off that instead of keep flicking the HUD on. Where's this 30 starting? That's a 45 already. Where's the 30? It's a bit slow, this bit. Well, I don't think it's 30 yet though. I think 30 is coming through Tor Station, so it's still actually 45 at the moment. Unless we missed the 30 board. We go so slow, let's just let it speed up a bit. Yeah, this wouldn't be 30 here. We're going downhill here as well, so we're sort of picking up speed naturally. Quite nicely. Until we see the 30 board. But should we just here see the other one on the other side? There you go, 30. There it is. And unnecessarily slow. This is Tor, so we're not stopping here. Just going to be passing through it slowly. You really got to watch the speed here as well. Yeah, it's all downhill. It's going to go up to 40. Torquay's not too much further. Again, they're all quite close to together once you get to Tor. Nice. And also I think on here you can also see, yeah, that's really faint. You see that? I think that's the old Virgin Trains cross-country logo, which is just very faint on the front of the Voyager from better days gone by. Also, who's going to be the first to run this on the Brighton Main Line? Train at the platform. The announcements are cool. Even though, yeah, you wouldn't actually hear them from the Voyager, they are quite cool just to have on. Although I probably will end up turning them off eventually for realism purposes. So again, 4 coaches coming into Torquay, which is a really nice station. And Matt said on the preview stream that Torquay was technically the first ever station modelled in Train Sim World, as it was more of a concept for TSW. I think he said he imported it into the Unreal engine to sort of show it off to the big bosses to see, see if it would be a good, if it would work. TSW. Yeah, Torquay.
This is a cross-country service to Paignton. The next station
Is Paignton. Also, the cab door isn't part of the interlock system, so you could just have this open as you go along, if you wanted to. Look at that though. Awesome. The Voyager. Again, this isn't actually included with the Riviera line, it's its own separate DLC, which you can get with the deluxe edition, special edition, or if you're watching this from the 30th, you should be able to find it on the stores separately. And is it worth it? Yes, because it's the Voyager, and also it will layer onto a lot of other UK routes in future, because these run all over the country. And it's just, I mean, it's so cool. Cross Country as a brand just looks cool. I mean, the new livery is a bit meh, but this is the livery. This is the one. Bit of dwell time here at Torquay. And then Paignton's after this, and that is then Journey's End. Then after this, I've got one more video to record for tonight, and that will be you actually won't see that until I don't know when, but you'll see that at some point. So again, my focus today is UK stuff, as my primary audience, and my main interest is UK stuff. Tomorrow, probably try and work on Morristown line. Videos for that will probably be in the evening again once I've finished work. So yeah, expect Morristown videos later, basically the same time as today, but tomorrow. Got to work first. Right, let's get going. So that's a 40. So that's a forward. There's the sea over there. Yeah, there's a much more sort of relaxed feel, this route. You know, as opposed to some of the other UK routes we've had recently, West Coast Main Line. Cool. Yeah, it's a much more sort of relaxing, a more relaxed feeling route. Good scenery. Cool train. I know, it's relaxing. Well, again, big contrast on this route from this bit to when you go over the banks via Totnes to Plymouth. It almost feels like a completely different route. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's very much a route of two halves. you've got Plymouth to Newton Abbot, which feels a lot like West Cornwall local, hilly, steep, rural, not many stations, and then you get this bit, Paignton up to Exeter, which is relatively, well, not flat, but lots of stations. Yeah, it's very much a route of two halves. And it's not a fast route either. But it doesn't really need to be fast. And yeah, thanks to Dovetail for giving us a key to show it off. Of course, all opinions are of our own. I can say whatever I want. But I'm enjoying it, so... So I haven't really found any criticism of this route yet, even from the community. It's mostly positive. I'm trying to think of criticism I've seen. Well, haven't really. And the 150's been improved as well, so it's got new sounds on it as well. It's got a red light coming up. Well, I think this one is always red. Again, it's like approach control. Cool. Yeah, as we approach Paignton, I wonder if it'll take us into Goodrington sidings for this one. For some of the trains, it's called up Paignton and then go up into the sidings and sit there for a bit and then come out. Not sure if our one's going to do that though. So the next signal will be guarding the station. Signal blocks are quite long on here. There we go. Got about 25 at the moment. So we have got the red light coming. Although actually there's another train in there actually. Is that red? The yellows. Train and the platform edge. I might have to wait for that 150 there. Right, do not put it in emergency. If you put this train in emergency at the moment, it appears to just stay in emergency. Whatever you do, it stays in emergency. Again, it could be a bug, or maybe there's some finicky way to take the brakes off, but even restarting the physics of the train didn't work. So, I think it's probably a bug. Is it 15 across the crossover? 15? Yeah, 15. And this is the level crossing, where the dog went on the crossing. I'm sure a lot of us have seen that video. It came up in my recommended. Actually, about a month ago or so, there was a dog which ran onto the crossing. A train emergency braked. And then loads of people started trespassing on the track, which was naughty. Here we go. So yeah, I suppose this one probably doesn't go up into the sidings as we're on this platform. I think if you go into platform 1, you have to go up into the sidings to come back on yourself. Very busy, isn't it? Oh, there's our marker. Well, there we go. That is the Voyager, and that was good fun. Apart from the little brake issue, that was good. Here we are. Rather enjoyed that. Right, let's stick the DRA on. If it wants to turn on, no. Right, do that. Do the doors. DRA on. I assume this would then just go back. That was fun. When does this go back? Oh, actually 25 minutes and it goes all the way back to Manchester. So at some point you will see it on the Manchester Airport commuter route. Oh wait, while you're on your bike on the platform. Cool, well there we go. That is going to be it, everybody. We will see the 150 at some point. Oh, Steam Railway. So yeah, this is Paignton. Let's have a look actually. Yeah, this is Paignton. And then over here you've got the Paignton, or you've got the Dartmouth Steam Railway. So eventually, when we get all of the layers on console, you will see steam trains here. And then up here, you've got Goodrington sidings, where some of the trains go into to basically just turn back. I wonder how far can we go? Have they got Goodrington Station? So the Steam Railway has it's right here, so they don't have it. There's Goodrington Railway Station like just here, but it's not there. Cool, right, let's get the door shut. Surprised I actually didn't model the station, because it's so close to sort of where the player can go, but it's just not modelled. Even if it was like basic. There we go. Well, that is going to be it, everybody. Hopefully everybody's enjoyed it. Links usual places, Discord, PayPal, merch store, as well as our affiliate link for UK departure boards. See you all, and take care. Bye, guys.